Hello, in this presentation, we are going to define jobs cost sheet. According to Fundamental Accounting Principles Wild 22nd edition, the definition of jobs cost sheet is separate record maintained for each job. When considering a job cost sheet, we're generally thinking of a job cost system for a manufacturing company, a company that produces inventory from raw materials to finished goods, therefore needing to track that raw material to work in process to finished goods. For example, if we have a trial balance here, we're going to have the raw material inventory that will then be going into the work in process and or overhead and ultimately end up in the finished goods inventory, which will then be sold and moved to the expense account of cost of goods sold. We're going to back up these accounts with, of course, the general ledger and accounts ledgers that back up every account by date. So we have the raw materials, finished goods, work in process, factory overhead, general ledger accounts, which show the activity by date in order of date, and the end result in the general ledger account, for example, for raw materials, is the same as the account in the trial balance over here for raw materials, as is with the finished goods, the work in process, and the factory overhead here, here, and here. We also need to back this information up not by order of operation, but by separate job, thereby knowing that everything in the finished goods here, when we actually sell the job, we need to know the costs related to that job, as well as when we transfer the work from work in process to finished goods, we need to know which jobs are being transferred and therefore which costs are being transferred. In order to do that, we use a job cost system, backing up the work in process, backing up the finished goods with job cost sheets. And for example, we have job 14, 15, and 16 here. We're tracking the materials, the labor, the overhead per job. Only open job here is job 16, having 260,000 in it. That is what is equivalent to what's in the trial balance, 260,000, as well as the general ledger for work in process. That's going to be the concept of the job sheets, the job cost system, backing up the work in process, the finished goods, with the job cost sheets.